All right.
Okay. Hopefully.
All right. Yep, we good. I think. Nope, we're not. I don't care. Whatever.
We're not always. It's
Whatever.
the echo. But the echo's so horrible.
Uh, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Just mute it when I'm asking you a question. Just do it like that.
Okay.
All right. The first question. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, and anything you want to know before we start.
I'm A Blossom. I write to black romance and dabble in erotica. I have your face. Your face. I have what? 10 books. I published 10 books. I don't know. I'm bad at doing introductions. I'm A
Lord.
Blossom, yeah.
They said it's probably because you had headphones connected to something.
Do you have AirPods? They not charged.
All right. Even though you go ahead and mute. Even though you say you not freaky and you on the borderline of erotica, Maury said that's a lie. That's a lie. Cause I just finished leaked it. That's a lie. That's a lie. And I've been with you since Sex and Rescue. So, ma'am, that's a lie. So, what's your origin story? Would you say you're the originator of your your writing beginnings, or was it more that you saw a lack, like stories that needed something, and you stepped in to fill that space?
I didn't see a lack. I just always wanted to write. I just thought like, oh, I have all these ideas. I want people to read my ideas. So I don't think no. I just feel like lacking, like, there's not this and I want to fill this space. I was just like, I just want to tell my stories. The stories that's in my head. You know?
Nastiness. Yep. Okay. Um. So, do you think stories written through the Black cultural lens, especially in genres like street lit, urban fiction, or contemporary romance, reflect how authors like yourself see our people? Or do you feel it's more about how we want to be seen?
Hmm. That's a layered question. I do feel like our stories reflect how people see, like, because I read romance and get ideas and things, or like get encouraged or get. So I think that it does, like, our stories do affect how people see us.
Hmm.
Um, but it's also like everything. It's not everybody. Like, that's not everybody's story.
That is true. That is true. But some of y'all, I think y'all be watching on Corn Husk.
Yep, I do. I do. I do for like I do.
Hey, Monica.
I do.
So, when someone picks up a Blossom book, what are the non-negotiables? What can a reader always expect to get besides your nastiness?
In a Blossom book, you're gonna get some healing.
Hmm.
You are going to get um a male character that shows up and shows out
Hmm.
for his family, his friends, his woman. So um and what else? You gotta get the spice. You said you gotta get a little spice. Um what else? You might get like a female character. I like to make my male characters come over a little bit more than my female characters, which, like, my female characters might think like she was wrong, she was wrong, she was wrong, like, that's crazy. So I always try to make my male characters have to be the ones to do the most of the forgiving.
Mm. Is the goal just to write, or is it to become a household name outside of the Black indie literary world?
I really don't care what those people think about me. I would like to be a household name amongst us,
Mm.
our people. I just want to write and tell my stories. Like I do want to be a huge name. Like I want, but I'm okay if it's just amongst us. I don't need to. I'm not trying to get any outside validation.
I heard that. Do you think do you think love is one dimensional? What layers do you believe love holds? You gotta
Hold on and mute.
all right. Do you think love is one dimensional? What layers do you believe love holds? And in the opinion, is black love more intense or expressive because of our history and resilience?
You asking deep questions. The deep. I think that black love is a little more intense because of our history. Yes. Because and when I think of like intense, I feel like we have to work harder for it
Mm.
because of the trauma in our story. So like, we were not our ancestors were not allowed a safe space to love. And they were breeding and not falling in love or if they were falling in love, they had to have that fear of like, I fell in love and now this person's going to be ripped away or taken away, or I'm going to watch them, So I think and I think that's trauma that we still have in our community. And I
Mm.
think so I think it's just, it's harder for us because we have that trauma. So I do think that it is like just more explosive, And I'm only black, so I really know like I'm only rooting for. I'm like, oh, black love. That's what I write, black love, to just encourage it because you know there's a lot of things out here that's not encouraging it. So.
You can say that again. All right, here go another question. Um, what's one thing you've always wanted in a book, even one you've written, that still isn't quite there, but is coming? Leak it for us just a little bit.
One thing I want. What do you mean, like what I want in a book?
Like it was something in one of your books. You was like, "Damn, I wish I wrote this trope. I wish I wrote it this."
Oh.
But you know what? I want to write it in another book. But damn, what book am I gonna write it in?
I don't know. Like, I have so many ideas and like so many different like tropes. Like, I don't know. That's kind of a hard one because I just have so many ideas. So it's not like one thing that I'm like I want to do. I want to write a full length erotica because like all my eroticas are short. I want to take y'all on like a 600-page erotica.
I wish Leak It was a 600 page.
Okay. That's the one thing I would say. Like, yes, like I wish Leak It. I wish I would have not made that a novella and like expanded that amongst a lot of pages.
Yes.
But I'm still learning how to be long winded in
That's like I
those.
said about your paranormal, about the unbelievable snowman. I fucking
That too.
like, damn, this shit could have went.
I would have been all 600.
Like, what the fuck? All right, let's talk about Leak It. All right, Leak It includes Polly, and Harlem and Houston are all centered around Naomi. Why was it important to show how they love her differently, or should I say Miss Honey, and how their personalities shape that love?
Okay, with Houston, Harlem, and Naomi, that was tricky because I was scared that like they would just sound like the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was writing it, I was like, this is gonna sound like the same person. But then, like, as soon as I started Harlem's chapter, I was like, no, these are not the same people. Like, it's reading, it's reading. I really just wanted to show like two men that are like just showing up for this girl, and like I wanted them the relationships to be different, the dynamics to be different, like and it just wrote itself. I just really wanted, like, I was like, I just know that I want Naomi to be like spoiled, and she just has these two men that are just everything for her. And so, but it literally just wrote itself.
Because baby, motherfucking the double penetration was everything. All right. And the way the dick up of the down up and breaking the back of and the ass was everything. You hear me? I can't stand Kiera, the baby mama. That's why it needed to be longer, because I want to see this bitch get her ass whooped. That's what I wanted to
Yes.
see. I wanted to see one fight, we all fight with the friends. Like, because she had too much mouth.
Yeah, she it was. That's why I was like, that is one of my regrets. Like, I was like, we could have been a full length book. When I first saw it, I saw it as just this quick little story. But then, like, and I didn't really until I wrote Naughty and Leak. This when I was like, oh, I should have made this a whole. When I made Naughty and Leak, I was like, I could have made this a whole long life span. But yes, one day y'all will get a long erotica.
She
One
gonna keep
day,
teasing us, y'all.
one day, y'all.
She gonna keep teasing us.
Y'all know I'm starting to get long winded in my writing, and it's probably just be progressing, like learning more, and like I'm starting to be like, I can't wrap this story up. I might get
Okay, let's mute. All right. So let's talk about sexual freedom and accountability. You often explore the double standards society places on women's sexual freedom. Why is it important for you to tell those stories, especially in Black women's lives?
that is so important to me. Like, that is something that is a hill. I was what Remy said. That is a hill I would die on. The double standards. Um, um, I just feel like, especially with Black women, like we are told, what we have to do. We have to be this way, and that is going. The reward is this at the end of
Mm-hmm.
that, and I'm just like, that's bullshit. You know, I've just always been a person, like, even when I was a kid, that's just challenged patriarchy and like challenged the ideas that women cannot be a certain way, or like the double standards that's put on. So that's why you see it a lot in my books, because it is important. And a lot of women don't realize that until they're like 40, and then all their youth is gone, and they've been, sitting around here being perfect, and not exploring certain things. So yeah.
That part.
Yeah. I was like, do it while you're young. And so I always challenge those ideas the patriarchy has set up for us.
But sometimes even when we're older, the patriarchy still tries to hold us down. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because a lot of times we bloom later, even though we mature early, we
Mm-hmm.
bloom later. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
girl, hit the mute button.
Oh.
It's like static. No, I think we bloom later in life, and when we bloom, it terrifies men. It terrifies them so much because they don't understand that we have awakened into a place where we don't give a fuck about y'all. You either gonna take it or you just gonna move around because there's too many tools for us to use that we don't need you. So let me ask you this: the grounding of the sisterhood and brotherhood, because sometimes the females have male friends and female friends, or just female friends. So in Wicked, she had male and female. So Naomi had a tribe that helped center her when she spiraled. Why was it essential to include the emotional support system?
I knew that like with a heavy topic like with this poly topic and like that she was gonna need a support system. Especially like with the video leaking, like when I said like it's gonna be a video leak in here and like all this public shame, I was like, she's going to need a support system. And I just remember thinking like, who's her support system? Like, who are her friends? Who's her family? Like, who's her support system? Because I knew that would be important.
That that whole leak.
Yes.
Who leaked the video? Who leaked the video?
You see, I went on mute. Who leaked the video? You see, you didn't read the second one. You know who leaked the video.
I know, but
You
the
know,
way
it's no surprises. Like I remember, I was like, "Who leaked the video? Who leaked the video?" And I kept saying, "Y'all, it's no surprises. Y'all, you know who leaked
but
that
I was
video."
saying, was it Richard or was it Emery?
It was a joint effort.
Boo bop the fuck out of that. How you gonna be somebody's best friend? My best friend?
It was a joint effort. I was
Bruh.
like, "It's no surprises on who leaked that video." Y'all should have been read it by now. So if you did not read it,
Even if they hear us talking about it, they still not gonna understand until they read it. Because that's what some foul ass shit. Because on the cruise ship, I was ready to jump through the book before Harlem or Houston even came about. I was ready to what? That's so embarrassing. But men and women do that shit to their exes and disrespect, and it breaks a lot of people down. So it was. I like that you put that in there because that's some real ass shit that go on in the black community. I don't know about the white community because I ain't white, but that's some real ass shit. Your ex get what one of your friends or get a new chick. Hey, look at Offset now crashing out online. Just saying. So
okay, yeah, I've been saying like, look at them being the characters in our books in real life.
all right, you've written several books featuring strong brother dynamics. What draws you to the brothers trope when kicking off a series or even a standalone?
Um, I was just thinking that because the book I'm currently writing, our purpose is just like, okay, they can't have just one. Because I always do that, and I think that just comes from me. I have like my dad has a bunch of kids, but like it's just me and my brother on my mom's side, and so for me, I'm always like it's just the two of us. So a lot of times you'll see my characters have like a sister or a brother, but I like to show like they're my male characters because they need support too. Like they're gonna need a support system when navigating like love and relationships. So, and I always think that having a brother or a male best friend is like the best support system for a male to have. So it just always fits in. But yeah, I think that comes from like it being me and my brother growing up. It was just me and my brother, my road dog, my like we just had a close bond.
I wish I had that because I have eight siblings that I'm trying to get rid of.
And see, like I have six siblings on my dad's side, but they didn't grow up in the house with me. So, and they're like all way older than me. So it's just me and my brother growing up. So I have lots of siblings, but growing up it was just me and my brother.
See, I grew up with them punk ass motherfuckers. Okay, you can mute it. I'm gonna ask a question. All right. So, Sex and Rescue, the one that hooked me. I personally started following your work at Sex and Rescue. You've always celebrated a sexually free spirit, even in a contemporary romance. Why blend the sensual and the soulful to the point it almost feels erotic?
I don't know. I just like I like the spice. I guess like when I read, I'm one of the people like it's like it's the book spicy because like that's me. Like was it spicy? I can't be reading it. 600 pages. It is not. That'd be me. And so when I write, I don't the scenes are just and the characters they just come out and it also because it could be because I watch
Mm-hmm.
a lot,
I can
especially
tell.
when I'm writing. I really like when I'm writing. I really watch, and
I can tell. Trust me. I'm like, this scene
it
look
just
kind of
comes
familiar.
out. It just comes out
Child.
like it just comes out, and then I'm like, okay, now you've been writing this scene for like 3 pages.
Nasty. That's why.
Oh yeah.
So, what made you take the leap into full time writing? What was the breaking point or breakthrough that made you commit?
So full time. What you mean full time writing?
Full time author.
Uh, um. Well, my job did not like my stories and the hypersexual part of my stories. That is unchristian like.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
And so they told me bye bye. So and so I kind of was just thrust out here into full time authorship.
So, has it been
Um,
a curse or a blessing?
it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. It's literally been the best thing that happened to me. Like I am a better mom because I'm not trying to juggle work and then like teaching. I was teaching. Teaching is like 16 jobs. Like I was teaching, so I didn't have to. I'm not frustrated with other people's kids. So when I come home, I don't have any energy for my own children. So now it's like I feel like I'm a better mom. I feel like I'm a better wife. Not stressed out. So I think it's been a blessing. It's been lovely, and I've loved like being able to just create. I like just create.
And we love that for you.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about the Bodyguard series. Now, see, I read the first book. I haven't got to the second book. I just started the second book. Just started it because I was too busy all in LinkedIn. Leak it. I was Harlem and Houston. Bruh. But let's talk about your Bodyguard series. What was the creative process like? And can fans expect more books or you're complete?
The bodyguard series is done. Yeah,
Why are you saying it like that?
done. And no more. There isn't anywhere. Um, yeah, the bodyguard series is done, and the process of like creating that it literally just started with Monroe and Royal. Um, it was literally just a concept I came up with where I was like, I want to explore. When we read the mafia books, a lot of the times it has that theme of like the man that has to be in an arranged marriage, but he doesn't want that girl. Like we read that a lot, and I wanted to explore like that girl, the girl that was told she was going to be in this arranged marriage, and then when she gets in there, that man don't want her. So I wanted to explore that like side of it, like what's it like to be the girl that's been told you're going to be married to somebody all your life and like it's been trained up to be somebody's wife, and then we get over there, they don't want you. It's not everything. It's not what they promised you. And so that's kind of where that came from. And then as I was writing it, I was just like, I would like to I knew for sure before I finished that book that I wanted to do a second book with Samara and Demetrius. And then a lot of people asked me about Polo and Contessa. I was like, okay, we could have sworn. Originally, I was going to split it, the first book, and tell Contessa's story. So we would have been getting Moreau and Contessa's sides. Um, but I like it just ended up everybody having their own book. So the Bodyguard series was fun to write. I was sad to see it be over, but they will be making cameos, guys.
Okay. All right. Upcoming book event with Brianna Michelle. So you and author Brianna Michelle have a book event scheduled for St. Louis next year. How
Yes.
did that partnership and event come about, and why was St. Louis the move?
Um, Me and Bree, I'm sure everybody know, like, Bree is my Arthur bestie. Like, we talk almost every day. She's just been like, oh, we've just kind of gravitated towards each other, and we kind of just support each other on this journey, and like talk Arthur stuff and say the things that we cannot, get on threads and say without being when I was like, being canceled or something. Well, we just say it to each other. So, I, St. Louis is where I live. That's my hometown. And so, I was telling her, like, I want to do an event in my town because everybody be skipping it.
No, nigga, that fucking shit wouldn't give me no goddamn space. Me and Shannon was searching. Don't be trying us. Don't do us.
Everybody was skipping her. So I was like, I would like to do events in my city because, it's not one, and like just bringing romance and like even like meeting other authors that live in St. Louis. So that's kind of how that came about.
Okay. When is this event taking place? What can we expect?
This event is taking place next year, May 2nd. It is gonna be like an intimate, like we just want to like hang out with readers, hang out with other authors. We're gonna have like games, and of course we'll have panels. Of course we'll have a book signing, but we're just gonna like play games. We have all kinds of fun stuff planned. And like we're still getting things together.
Is the strip club involved in that?
Maybe because I'm in St. Louis, so we don't have Missouri that has a very strict nudity rule.
Oh my god!
And so we don't have strip clubs on the Missouri side. So you have to go to the Illinois side. You have to go to the East St. Louis.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, we gotta go to East St. Louis, and niggas little hood over there.
Nah, you good? You good?
Yep. Yeah, go. So yeah, the on East side is a little hood.
A little. Y'all, East St. Louis makes Chicago look like motherfucking Switzerland. For real.
St. Louis does look like a third world country, yes.
That shit still got projects. Like, what the fuck? No. So, what's next for you? Like, what's coming down the pipeline for you? Any surprises, new genres, collabs, or series you willing to tease? And when are we getting another motherfucking paranormal?
I was with you until you asked for another paranormal. Y'all, a paranormal is gonna be way in the future for me.
That's some bullshit.
I do want to write a paranormal. No story. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. If a story pops into my head, I will definitely write it. But like, I haven't. Paranormal is hard.
Girl, you wrote that good ass Abominable Snowman,
and I struggled through that. I like I struggle through writing that Frozen book because paranormal is a lot of world building and a lot of like I just if the story comes to me, I will because I do want to write one. Like I want to write some vampires. I want to write some fairies and all kinds of stuff. Okay,
I'm gonna tell you, like I tell every author to say
like
that
look at it.
you already build the world. You got the people. Just add a little magic to them.
Does that little magic to it? I'm gonna do it one day.
Latoya Nicole, go to hell. This woman is determined to put me on fairy dust in her book. Next question.
Latoya, you gonna write her as a fairy?
No, she's gonna write me as a dom that is a biker that is addicted to fairy dust.
Oh, I like that. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Do it. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I am.
What the fuck? Next question. God damn. What advice do you have for upcoming authors trying to break through, older authors trying to get back in the groove and find the rhythm again?
Child, I don't have no advice for. I feel like okay. As for older artists, I feel like I can't tell y'all nothing. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm just new here. But no, I would say, get a author friend or somebody that you can vent to, so that you're not tempted to go on social media and say things out loud and cancel yourself. But no, I think it's really important to like not say everything or like not be like entering the space. Don't enter the book space with drama, you know. And then run your own race. Like don't compare. Like comparison. When they say comparison is the thief of joy, that is don't compare. Run your own race.
Facts.
So write your little books, put your books out, do your marketing, do your advertising, and don't compare. Just run your own race.
That part. How crucial is social media when it comes to building a successful author career today? Has it changed the way you connect with readers or market your work?
It's very important. I think that it's very important. I don't think that you can have. I don't see how you can have a successful author career without it.
Yeah.
Or any kind of like, you really can't be a singer or a rapper without it, or you really can't sell stuff without it. So I think social media is extremely important. And because I'm still like a new author, like I came out with the wave of social media. And like I think when I first like made my Instagram and started like building a community, a lot of new Booktalk and Bookstagram girls were making accounts. So I kind of just came into it doing social media. But so I don't know how it is to have been like writing for the last 15 years and not having to do social media and then now having to jump back in there and figure it all out. Like, I don't know what that's like. That's probably really hard.
Hell yeah.
Because, yeah, social media is super important. Like, it's super important. Like, most people just get on social media to find out, like, what book to read.
Yeah.
Like they get on TikTok talking like which books, what I need something to read. Like, so that's kind of how we are consuming everything. So
So how do you feel when people say, "Oh, I can't find a black book to read"?
I don't want to- I can't find deodorant. What? I cannot find lotion at the store. That's how I feel about it.
Yep. Okay. Where can readers find you? Where can readers who want to type in this year and next year, where can they find you in person or online?
Um, in the yeah, okay, for real. So, y'all can find me. I'm gonna be at quite a few events this year. So I'll be in Atlanta next week. If anybody got lucky and got a ticket, I'll be in Atlanta next week for Black Romance Book Fest. I will be in Atlanta again for the Gym Awards.
I see
And then I will be in Chicago for
Jessica Watkins.
Jessica Watkins event,
I see
and then
you
I'll be
again.
at Southern Hearts in South Carolina.
I
Yeah,
won't be.
South Carolina.
It's sold out before I can get into it.
Yes, that is sold out. Yep. And that's where I'll be. And then next year, I'll be places too, y'all.
You don't even know where the hell she gonna be.
Next year, I know for sure I will be at the Chocolate City DC event.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be at me and Brianna's event in St. Louis. And then after that, I don't know. Yeah. I'm probably gonna be in Miami
I'm definitely gonna be at that one.
for the Miami Urban.
I'm not missing it this year.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Miami.
I'm
Because I
definitely.
already told Yvonne to sign me up.
All right. So drop your social and group info. Give us your social, Facebook group, newsletter, anything and everything where to the Blossom Tribe meet you virtually.
Y'all, I am Arthur Blossom on everything. It's either Arthur Blossom or Arthur underscore Blossom on all the social media platforms. If you go to my link, can we say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't trying to get your page.
If you go to the thing that's
If you
above
go to
her
my
thing,
thing, all my handles will come up. My newsletter, my Facebook group. Go over there if you be on Facebook. Go join Blossom's Bunch. Right. I'm almost to 1,000 members in Blossom's Bunch. So if you go over there on Facebook, Blossom's Bunch, that will be awesome. And then you can know new stuff. Well, yeah, you can know the new stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I'm finna do this housekeeping. I'm finna do it quick because Storm got some extracurricular activities